What's up, bitch? I'm Fi. I wrote this book and I wrote this book. Instead of wasting your time telling you what it's about, because your time is so fucking valuable to me, I'm just gonna read you a few lines, and then if you like it, you like it, and if you don't, you don't. I will say it is true romantasy, so if you're a hopeless romantic like myself, you're gonna be swimming in pink clouds and you're gonna be so fucking happy. This is Destiny Path the Marked, book 1 in my Destiny installment, and we're just gonna get into it. Chapter 16. Dawn breaks as Nessa sits alone, wrapped in a scratchy wool blanket, cramping beyond belief, and shivering from head to toe. The fire crackles nearby, for the rain stopped long ago, but her clothes are still damp, and she never managed to get warm. Without thought, she stands and tramps into the forest. Wet foliage drags over her skin, awakening her senses and raising the hairs on her body. Her teeth gnash together as she mutters, "Worst night of my life." She drops her pants to do her business, flinching as cold, wet grass skids over her bare butt. She thinks of Phyllis. Who knows where she is or when she'll be back? There's no sense in feeling sorry for herself, but she can't help it. This is not what she signed up for. She wipes her hands in the damp grass, then straightens. Goosebumps rise all over her skin as she wanders through the forest, annoyed by the water droplets that follow in her wake. Looking up, she can't even see the sky. The canopy of trees is so thick. She tries to take in the moment, to be grateful that she's been brought to this magical place. It's absolutely beautiful. Green and damp and wild and so very different from what she's used to. She closes her eyes, drinking in the smells and sounds of the forest, trying to be like Savvy and just accept what's happening. Nessa? Startled, she turns to see Alec walking towards her, a deep frown marring his handsome face. "Why are you out here alone?" "I had to pee." His eyes survey the dimly lit forest. "It is not safe." "Well, you're here now. We should get back." She stares at him, waiting for him to actually look at her. She probably looks horrific, but she doesn't care. He has witnessed her in her most vulnerable moments, and it has made her feel close to him. "Why are you always so serious?" He frowns, taken aback by the straightforward question. She confuses him a great deal, sometimes incredibly quiet, other times speaking her mind without fear. He still has no idea what happened between her and Valand, and he's not been able to stop thinking about the smug grin on his face. "I suppose it is my job." "Her job is to protect me." She steps closer to him, seeking his blue-eyed gaze. "But you don't have to be so serious with me." When he finally finds the courage to meet her eyes, he's not surprised that his heart has begun to quicken. He loves being close to her, being alone with her, speaking to her without reservations. On impulse, he lifts a hand to caress her cheek. It is freezing cold. Wild thoughts race through his mind. He kept watch last night, worrying about the journey ahead and worrying about the safety of the group, worrying about everything. But standing here with her, it all melts away, leaving only longing and an overwhelming desire to know her in its wake. "I wish." "You wish what?" Nessa murmurs, distracted by the nearness of his body and the shape of his lips as she looks up at him. "We should not be doing this," he mutters, unintentionally threading his fingers through the hair at her nape. Her eyes drift close at the intimate act and shivers race up her spine. "It's just us," she whispers. He makes a soft husky sound, searching her face with probing eyes. She is beautiful. The smattering of freckles across the bridge of her nose draws his eye, then her cute little nose, her high cheekbones, and her luscious lips. He would love nothing more than to stand here with her, reveling in her beauty and sharing in her warmth. But he knows he cannot. "Don't," Nessa objects when he starts to pull away. Please. Against his better judgment, he steps closer to her, easing her against the hard planes of his body. "Gods give me strength." She feels exactly as he imagined she might. He lets out a deep breath, resting his chin on her head as he rubs her back tenderly. "You are freezing cold," he mumbles, hating that she spent most of the night being rained on, hating himself for not stopping it. Nessa presses her cheek to his chest, clutching her shirt between her fingers as she breathes in his scent. "I can never get warm when I'm on my period." As soon as the words leave her mouth, she regrets them. She didn't want him to know that. She pulls back to look up at his face and is not surprised that his eyes are filled with concern, not disgust. Still, it makes her hyper-aware of her body, especially while they're so close. She thinks to pull away, but she never wants to leave his arms. It feels so wonderful to be held, to be warm. Is there anything I can do? He rubs his hands up and down her arms rapidly before fitting her against him once more. Tears well in her eyes, but she forces them away. I just need some dry clothes. Their eyes meet as he whispers, I am sorry about last night. I tried. He holds his breath as he awaits her reply. You shouldn't blame yourself, she murmurs. I don't blame you. A sigh of relief escapes his belly. He leans his forehead against hers, savoring the moment. He's not even certain how it came to be. One minute she was laying by the fire as he stood watch a few feet away. The next she was gone, and now she was in his arms, closer than he ever imagined she would be after their shared kiss at the inn, after telling himself he would resist these feelings. You are failing. Or perhaps he never stood a chance. Perhaps Elena is right, and all of this was preordained. He looks down at her, wanting her more than he has ever wanted anyone, in ways he is positive he will never understand. He supposes it does not matter, not in this moment. He frames her face gently in his hands and peers down into her beautiful brown eyes. Can I kiss you? Her breath hitches because it's all she wants. It's absurd. She barely knows him. But I want to. The thought is tiny and makes her feel incredibly vulnerable. Her eyes drift close as she lifts her face to his in reply. His lips are soft against hers, barely there at all. Then his breath is warming her neck as he hugs her close once more. She has never known love, not beyond what she and Savvy share. She has never known true friendship or safety or what it means to be wanted. So the thought of having any one of those things, of finally being free from a life filled with being cast aside and misunderstood, brings a swell of hope to her chest that sticks there painfully. A tiny sound erupts from her lips. I have you. His words are so soft she barely hears them, but they kick her right in the heart. Here, wrapped in the safety of his arms, she doesn't dare hope for anything more beyond this moment. Oh my god. I'll leave a little bit more information about the books in the caption. Please read it because I'm not going to sit here and take another million years. Because that should have been enough. But like I said, these are true romantasy. There is obviously the fated love aspect. There is a bit of a slow burn. There's a lot of tension. There's a lot of like lingering moments and yearning. And it is true fantasy as well as romance is integral to the plot. And these are available on Amazon. So yeah, they're linked in my bio. They're a fantastic read. And I would love for you to read them. I gotta go like cool off here. Let's cool off. Let's take a sip. Oh, and by the way, there's no sex. It's just all fade to black. I'm just like, it's fine.